China declares dogs are companions and should not be eaten, signaling possible end to brutal meat trade.
Here's a summary of the article.
China has stated that dogs should be treated as pets, not livestock, for the first time, a move campaigners hope could signal an end to the country's brutal cat and dog meat trade. The document is open to public consultation until 8 May. An estimated 10 million dogs a year are killed for China's dog meat trade, which is thought to be consumed infrequently by less than 20% of the population, according to Humane Society International. A nationwide survey in 2016 suggested a majority of Chinese citizens think the dog meat trade should be completely banned, with nearly 70% of those polled having never eaten it, despite efforts by traders to promote it. Coming so soon after Shenzhen's dog and cat meat ban, it is incredibly encouraging now to see a draft on the table in mainland China that could effectively ban the eating of dogs and cats. Tens of millions of dogs and cats every year, mostly stolen pets, suffer the agonies of the brutal meat trade, and there is no greater desire to see it end than among Chinese animal groups and animal lovers themselves. The announcement signals a major shift in government policy, said Ms. Higgins, adding, "We have to await the outcome of the consultation phase, but this draft could effectively pave the way for China to officially take dogs and cats off the menu." Dogs are eaten infrequently in Nigeria, Togo and across most of Southeast Asia, according to the Poynter Institute.
This post received a score of 67,000, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I will believe it when I see it. I lived there for 10 years, the government is really good at doing stuff for 10 days, hit their targets and then just stop lol. I think they did the same thing with the SARS outbreak. They put in policy banning wild animals from consumption for like a couple months, then made it void.
They put a ban on wet markets and the wild animal industry, then a month after the WHO declared SARS as being contained they lifted the ban.
The ban on eating wild animal never lifted and it was illegal even before SARS. Heck, it's illegal since I was at the age learning what the word illegal and wild animal means. I grew up in China, wild animal has been always illegal and still are. They just never enforce it, it's more of yay it's illegal, but I'm not going to be very strict on it. Which was the main problem, law is there just no one really trying to bust anyone breaking that law unless it's too obvious or stress from say the media or from during specific time periods when every law is being reinforced.
You know how people say that weed is legal in the Netherlands? Guess what, it's actually illegal, but we use a policy of tolerance. This means that even though it's illegal _de jure_, there is no enforcement _de facto_ and so the rest of the world surmises, and who can blame you, that marijuana is legal in the Netherlands. I'll believe this claim that wet markets are illegal when I see some actual fucking enforcement.
Wow, that's a really interesting take, and I agree with you.
Greater than, signaling possible end to brutal meat trade, or the beginning of a burgeoning black market in dog meat.
They don't enforce many of their laws, it's more of a save-face move.
For political reasons. I believe they could easily enforce this particular law easily if they want to, being an authoritarian party that doesn't hesitate to kill its own people.
It would definitely help the tourist industry, that's for sure. Top of my list of things, and probably a lot of people, is not wanting to take a stroll from the beaten path and running into a dog and cat market lol.
From what I've heard, please someone correct me if I'm wrong, dog is more of a regional meat. If you aren't in that area you are unlikely to come across it. Sort of like the odds of someone selling lengua while sightseeing in the Ozarks. Edit, several people are correcting me including people who are in China and saying that it is readily available. I was just repeating what I'd heard, read elsewhere, but people who would know better than I are saying otherwise, so listen to them. Edit number 2, now there are several saying that my initial statement was right, so I'm not sure what to think.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.